The reason it's called planet Earth is because it's a plane of inertia, plane of Earth. Yes. So basically the Analema proves that we cannot be moving through outer space, spinning and swirling around the sun, around the Milky Way core. Here's what's going on. The Analema, which you have no idea what it even is, you never even heard of an Analema. So how can you tell me that the Earth is a ball when you have no knowledge, meaning you don't know anything? You just think and you say, well, why would they lie? So first of all, you need a reason for them to lie, and then you can go investigate how they lied. But your whole excuse is, why would they lie? Why would they lie? So you don't have a reason for them to lie. You think they just love you and they care about you so much. They tuck you to bed every night. So therefore, there's no reason to investigate, right? Just admit it. Yes, I haven't investigated, Julio. You're right, because I have no reason to believe that they're going to lie to me. Well, I have so many reasons to believe that they're going to lie to me. Therefore, I investigated it. Check this out. You don't care. You said, what does it matter? You don't care what you live on. So let someone who cares what they live on explain to you what you live on. So here's the Analema. Well, this is an Analema. Basically, the sun, if you were to take a picture of the sun at 12 o'clock every single day for an entire year, you would notice this shape. So take a picture at 12 o'clock every single day and see what happens. You're going to say, whoa, what is this figure 8? Why is it little at the top and huge at the bottom? I'll tell you exactly why. So check this out. This is summer. This is spring. This is winter when it does a big loop. So there's summer going around the North Pole. Spring goes wider. Winter, wider, fall, closer, summer, closer. Spring, winter, fall, summer. Spring, winter, fall, summer. You get it.
One of the strongest proofs for a flat Earth is this. We are supposedly spinning at 1,000 miles per hour orbiting the sun in a heliocentric model at 66,600 miles per hour. On top of that, we are also said to be chasing the sun through space at nearly 500,000 miles per hour. So, according to this model, we are spiraling and spinning through an endless universe, never returning to the same spot. Now, let's talk about the Georgia Guide stones, which had a small hole drilled through one of the center stones. If you look through it, you would always see Polaris, the North Star. How could we be moving in all these different directions, covering infinite distances, and yet that star always stays perfectly aligned in that hole? There's no way it could remain in that position for even a day, let alone for 40 years. But it did. And then, one day, someone blew up the monument.
So can someone help me and do me a favor? Can you tell me why the moon is super reflective and super bright in our night sky, but the moon doesn't look reflective at all on any of the moon landings? In fact, it just looks like dirt. And his spacesuit looks even more reflective than the moon itself. So if the moon is reflecting the sun's light, and it's being shown all the way here, to where our eyes can see it, how is this possible that it's not reflective at all when we actually land on the moon? And I know we didn't land on the dark side. So Mars has a CO2 atmosphere of basically nothing. It's a little bit of CO2. And this means that since it has no atmosphere, something wouldn't be able to land on it. There is no wind if there is no atmosphere. Because the atmosphere, it's particles. It's actual physical particles. So an airplane is pushing off of physical particles in the atmosphere in order to create thrust. So this means that if you mimic the atmosphere of Mars and you put a fan to a feather, guess what happens? The feather doesn't move because there is no particles for the feather to push off of. This means that all these little flying drones on Mars couldn't possibly fly around. This is impossible.
Alright, yo, we about to make this all make sense. Why would somebody make something like this if it didn't exist? You feel me? First of all, this is an old article of a description of the Earth. The new correct map of the flat surface stationary Earth. And you can see all the degrees and everything. Which way is south, which way is north, and everything.
A happy landing for Russia's unmanned Luna 17 spacecraft, and a big step forward for Soviet scientists in Lenin's Jubilee year. The first self-propelled vehicle ever to drive across the lunar landscape is controlled from Earth. It's called Lunokhod 1, and here's how this extraordinary Heath Robinson 8-wheeler was rolled down from the spacecraft onto the Sea of Rain. The size of the vehicle hasn't been disclosed, but it's been sending back television pictures and carries, among other equipment, a laser reflector. It's been used to survey the moon's surface. So now Soviet space experts have proved their theory that space exploration can be carried out by automatic equipment without risking the lives of astronauts. To Russia, Lunokhod is worth its weight in moon dust.
I'm sorry to bash your comment with another video response twice in the same day. I've never done that, so you're the first. All right, so if this is a flat Earth map, first thing, you got to get it out of the way. New standard map of the world as it is, okay? So, as it is, all right? This guy, J.S. Christopher, believed in zetetic astronomy, which is modern-day flat Earth. So that is scientifically and practically correct, all right? So let's get that out of the way. Now, I'm going to bring you down here, all right? And this map, if you look at the Gleason's map of 1892, an original copy, which there are 4 of them, this is exactly it. They have changed nothing, all right? And let's read what it says right here. In the figures, June and December, the white represents the sun's position in his respective months at noon. This shows sunlight inside the Arctic Circle for 24 hours. From June 21st, the sun moves round the tropics in a spiral circle, widening every day until it reaches its destiny on the southern or outer solstice on December 21st. All right. So the sun moves, not the earth. We'll come over here again. In the December solstice, December 21st, the sun moves round the Tropic of Capricorn, and during the day lights up the southern portion of the Earth from the Arctic Circle to some portion of the Antarctic ice. There is no sunlight beyond 80 degrees south, but unknown his regions of ice. On the 23rd of December, the sun commences his northward journey again, so the sun's moving, returning to his starting place, and thus completes the seasons. All right? So, how does that make sense on a globe? We are moving, not the sun. Everything there said the sun was moving. Flat Earth map.
I have heard this hundreds of times. Let's correct this. Let's correct this once and for all. This is not a projection of the globe, folks. It's projection patent. It's law term for true inventor or original inventor by Modern College. This was an original invention by Gleason. His map. He was the true inventor. That's what that means. And this longitude and time calculator, I can't tell you enough how exactly that's what it is. Longitude's a huge deal with time. It's all about time. And that's how we establish the prime meridian here. Time. A specific time. Greenwich, England, mean time. That's how sailors... The longitude was a huge problem back in the day. You know, we didn't have ground positioning. We didn't have Google Maps. People had to navigate east and west, and the sun was always moving. It was so hard. People were getting lost. They had no specific time. And if you knew the time here and the sun angle when you were out on your ship, and you had nautical charts, you had tables that you could relate. If you okay, the sun's here, then I'm here. Gotcha. Let's head home. That's how it worked. Long story short, look up John Harrison and the invention of the chronometer, and you can get all the insights on that. And then there's the extortion and extorsion. Extortion is obviously obtained by force, and then there's extortion, a twist or a turn, which what Gleason did. He took the globe, which has curvy longitude lines, and he made them straight, to attain their original two-dimensional Euclidean value. And on this map, this AE map, all these longitude lines going through the center are true and accurate distances. That makes the radius accurate. That makes the diameter accurate. That makes the circumference accurate. If you know your math, it'd be 43,354 nautical miles, and the equator would be half of that. It'd be 21,677. As it's half the radius, you double that radius. 1,800 nautical miles at the ice wall, you would have 900 nautical miles per section here at the equator. So it's really cool. I just wanted to clear those things up. All these concentric circles are dependent on the radius, so we can easily figure out distance that way. So hope that clears a lot of things up for you guys. I encourage you to read that story about John Harrison and that chronometer. Really cool stuff. Much love to y'all. All right, bro, I'm real quick. I'm in a hurry here. Very busy. So check this out. Here's the flat Earth Gleason map. I marked the equator, 45 degrees south, 45 degrees north, 60 degrees north, just to show you a scale. Here's the scale from his book. My book's pretty beaten up. I had to put it in the freezer. I got book mites, but you know, look at this scale and let me explain this. Now, these distances are all dependent on the radius here of the map. All the concentric circles are dependent on the radius, because these 15-degree sections that go around the map, they all have a different distance. Between here and here is not the same between here and here, here and here, or south of the equator, here and here and here and here. At the equator only, you have 900 nautical miles per 15 degrees. You have 21,600 arc minutes in the circumference of the equator. Now, knowing that, we could take this radius, which is 57.5 degrees, and a radian from here to here, and if you double that, you'd have 115 degrees in the radian. So by knowing that, we can determine the distance between here and here, or here and here, and I just did a couple for you here. So we know at the equator, we have 900 nautical miles per 15 degrees. Now, if you look, even using this scale here, excuse me, we go to 45 north, and that's half. That is half. 45 north is half the amount of distance between here and here. It's half. So you would have 450 nautical miles between here and here. And at 60 degrees, you'd have 20 nautical miles per degree between here and here. And if we went to the ice wall, we'd be doubling what we have at the equator. You'd have 1,800 nautical miles here. And at 45 degrees south, for example, you'd have 90 nautical miles per degree times 60, and you'd get the distance here. It's all dependent on the radius. These are just simple concentric circles. There's nothing complex here. So it's just basic geometry. Here it is. Here's the scale if you want to save this. And he even shows you here that, what does he say? It'll be seen that for every 5 degrees of latitude, there's an existing divergency of 3 1/3 miles. So if you start here and go up, this is going north, for every 5 degrees, that's how much the distance changes. These numbers are all the amount of miles per degree. And this is south. This is the ice wall on this end. Take a look at this and play with it. See what you think. Let me know. Again, sorry for the delay, bro. Hope this helps. That was probably a terrible presentation, but I am late and I gotta go. Much love to you, my friend.
it came in the mail and y'all are opening it with me. Ooh. Smell it. Woo! Here we go.
The Flat Earth map dates back over 1,000 years. This map is credited to being created by a Persian astronomer. His name was Al-Biruni and he lived between 973 AD to 1048 AD. It's the official map of the United Nations and also the United States Geological Survey. It used to be present in many places before the creation of NASA and the Antarctic Treaty in 1959. Here you see it with Admiral Byrd. This map has been restored by Dmitry from Russia with suggestions of mine, Idialenkar. Known by my YouTube channel Flat Earth Banjo, I asked Dmitry to include the Bermuda Triangle and Point Nemo, a place deep in the Pacific where NASA buries rockets. Then Robert Tozzi, a professional mapmaker, came along and enhanced the map even more. There are many people now selling this map online, but if you could order it from my online store, I would greatly appreciate it. Visit my online store now and order one of the items. I humbly thank you.